Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny, and today we're going to talk about range in your Tesla Model 3. So since I've owned this car about a month now, that seems to be the question I get asked the most, is what's the range like really in that car? I referenced it in a previous video. If you drive like me, you get nowhere near that range. Tesla says you're going to get 310 miles on a 100% charge, and yet they tell you don't charge it to 100% unless you're going on a trip. So you're never really seeing that. And then we've all heard the stories that you kind of gotta drive like you're driving Miss Daisy to get anywhere near those numbers. My experience is that's kind of true and kind of not. I'm actually seeing great performance from the battery. And while I'm not getting the 310 miles that they say, they're not that far off. So then the question came, what about if I drove to the snow? What if I drove up to Lake Tahoe? And so that's what we did. We filmed it, we crunched the numbers. So we're gonna go from an elevation of about 800 here at my home to just over 7,000 feet. And the temperature? Not quite as cold as I had hoped, but still pretty cold. We got down into the mid-30s, saw plenty of snow, and the numbers? They may surprise you. Alright guys, so we are sitting at 94% battery life. We are headed up to Lake Tahoe, where it is currently 39 degrees and snowing. Should see some less efficient performance on that battery life. We do have all-wheel drive in the car, and with the weight of the car, 4,027 pounds, so a little over 2 tons, we should have no problem navigating the snow. On this drive, we will not be doing any trickery as well. There's not going to be any limiting of the radio or keeping our phones dead and not charging them in the car, driving in cold conditions. We are going to be running the heater as well as possibly the heated seats. The radio is playing this entire trip. We want to make this as real life scenario as we possibly can. Now on Tesla's website, they do recommend you limit energy consumption in cold weather. But again, in real life, people aren't going to do that. You're going to have your cell phones charged. You're not going to want to sit in a cold car in the middle of the snow. So we want to make this test as real life as we possibly can. We're a little over 4,000 feet in elevation, and normally there would be mounds of snow along the side of the car here, and as you can see, there is none. Now the temperature is cooperating. It fluctuated between 43 and 44 degrees for the last several minutes. The car did lose about 20% climbing the hills. So a substantial decrease just climbing the hill in a little cooler temperatures. All right, so much for the snow test, guys. We're at about 7,000 feet in elevation, but as you can see, there's not a ton of snow. I'm actually just parked in front of a giant snow hill. Car's been great. We're at 52%. It's about 40 degrees. So we're gonna continue the journey. We're gonna see how far we can take this and see if we can't find a little colder conditions and some more snow to take the car. Okay guys, so we are at about 5,500 feet in elevation. It is getting into the evening time. As you can see, it's a little dark outside. We've been running around pretty much the entire day. We saw the lowest temperature of it of 36 degrees. It was an average of about 40 for the day. And right now we are running at 41%. We've played in the snow, we've driven around. We are actually getting incredible range. This Tesla battery has been fantastic. The cold temperatures don't just affect the car battery, but they affect all auxiliary batteries, just a thing to note. We'll do a full update and wrap up on the drive and the cold weather situation when we get back home. I'll talk to you guys later. So guys, just as a recap there, we started at 94% with the temperature hovering somewhere in the mid-40s. We returned home at 24%. So we saw a 70% loss of battery in that one trip. We traveled 186.4 to be exact. Now by Tesla's estimations, we should have seen somewhere around 217 miles. Now I'm not a mathematician, but we can do that pretty simple math and figure that out. We saw an efficiency of about 86%. In 40-degree weather and 6,000 feet of elevation change is pretty good. The car was parked in the snow, we played in the snow for a while, and those numbers honestly shocked me. I figured we'd see way less. In the beginning of the drive, as we were going up the mountain, we saw some serious decrease in that battery. And on the drive back, we lost very little. So on an average family outing, all things considered, this did really well. Like I said in the video, we tried to keep driving conditions as normal as we could. I said I would charge my phone, and I didn't do that, and there's a story about to come in regards to that. But we did have the heater on, we had our heated seats on, and I drove fairly aggressively as I always do. And yet we still saw 86%. That says something about this technology, and it's pretty awesome. Now, as far as that story I was telling you about, remember I've told you, the Tesla doesn't have a wireless charger in the car. So you have to have cords. And if you're like me, you don't like having cords around. Now, granted, I probably should have taken a cord on this trip. This time, I didn't. And because there's no wireless charger in there, my cell phone died. Sounds fine, right? Everybody's been on a trip where their cell phone died. Problem is, my cell phone is also the key to the car. So, what ends up happening? I had to bum electricity, not for the car, but for my phone. And we got hung up in the snow for a little while I charged my cell phone so we could access the car and drive back home. So I guess note to you is, if you buy a Tesla and you go to the snow, charge your phone. Or be prepared to ask people if you could borrow their charger. Because nobody wants to be stranded in the snow, in a car you can't get into. Anyway guys, I have some exciting stuff coming to the channel. We are going to fix that wireless charging and home link system in the car. But the big news isn't that. We may be having an Italian car. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you're not already, subscribe down below and hit the little bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya. As we were climbing up the mountain, we saw some